Praveen. So let's go ahead with your mock for your upcoming interview for this NITIE
Yes,
for the course of PGDIE and PGDSM, right? And
yes,
you're from which background? Mechanical or what?
mechanical, sir.
You're from mechanical background. So please
Yes.
go ahead and introduce yourself briefly to us.
My name is Pawan Kumar Pujar. I have completed my bachelor's in engineering in the discipline of mechanical engineering in 2020 from GAIL Institute of Technology, Hubli, in which I have secured 6.82 CGPA, and I have given my GATE in 2022 in mechanical engineering paper and secured all India rank of 482. And I have done my internship from Southwestern Railways, Hubli, diesel loco shed. My hobbies include reading, writing, and sports such as badminton, and also follow geopolitics.
Okay, so what is right now going in geopolitics?
So currently, we are witnessing the Russia-Ukraine war, the agitation like US and the China trade war is going on, and there are a few other things like we have the Quad Alliance formation, India, UK, US, and Japan.
Okay, with in the context of India, has there been any significant kind of interaction with some countries, significant countries?
So recently, we have had Boris Johnson, the Prime Minister of UK, visit India a few days back, and they were here to facilitate the free trade agreement between India and UK. Similarly, we have witnessed a free trade agreement between India and Australia in the past month, and we have also witnessed UAE free trade agreement in the past year. There have been quite some revolutionary steps in the geopolitics for India.
So what is free trade agreement?
Sir, in this, what happens is that when a country accepts a free trade agreement, the imports from that country, particular country like Australia and India has a free trade agreement. So according to that, Australia leaves off some part of the tax for India, like whichever goods they are importing from India, those will be taxed lesser than the ones they are importing from the other countries. Similar products they are importing from other countries. So this will help our exports to grow in a sense, because the total cost at the end user for the Australian consumer will be lesser on Indian products.
Okay, so Praveen, so you completed your B.Tech in 2020, right?
Yes, sir.
So what were you doing since then?
So I have been preparing for GATE. I have appeared for GATE 2021, in which I have secured 4,144 rank in mechanical and 1,278 rank in engineering sciences papers.
So why didn't you join MTech program? Right, if you are having sufficient score last time also,
yes,
you
sir.
could have gone and you had joined. You should have joined a master's program.
Sir, I was more keen on joining NITIE in this scenario.
Why you are so much interested in NITIE?
Sir, I believe that I have some interpersonal and communicational skills which can help me develop the techno-managerial skills that are required in the current era. And the MBA, like it is almost equivalent to an MBA, because of which we get the financial aspect also. Like we understand the financial engineering aspect of the program.
So how do you see this program as different from management program, MBA program?
Sir, this is not very much different. Just this is for like only engineers. So basically, people with the technical skills only have admission over here. So
that is okay. That is okay.
Yes, sir.
My part is if it is the same thing, like just because engineers will get admission, that does not mean that there is no difference in the program, right?
Yes, sir.
So otherwise, if there is no difference in the program, then they would have made it open to others also.
Right, sir.
So how do you see this different?
So this is mainly focused on industrial engineering and supply chain management part. It does not focus on other specializations that MBA in IIMs or good institutes usually offer, that is marketing, HR, etc. This only offers this. There is a core specialization at NITIE, which is of industrial engineering and supply chain management.
So what is this this industrial engineering? What do you understand by industrial engineering?
The industrial engineering is basically when we manage the inventory scheduling and the transportation and transportation problems related to an industry, so that we can get an efficient and effective system working on it, so that it increases the productivity of the manufacturing process.
So how would you do that?
Sir, by maintaining, we get this material requirement planning models and inventory control, inventory stocking, scheduling, like which part has to be made in what order, in what machines, what workmen, etc. We have to work on that so that we get an very efficient system.
So what is inventory?
Sir, it is the stock that has to be kept for, like, if we are manufacturing something, let's assume that we are manufacturing a water bottle, we need to have the stock materials, that is the pellets, plastic pellets, and in raw form, which are our inventory. And also the inventory just does not include this. This also includes the finished product, which will be kept in our manufacturing facilities, so that whenever there is an order, it will be instantly delivered.
Okay, so so have you heard the term called as economic order quantity?
Yes, sir.
What does this indicate?
So economic order quantity basically gives us the quantity at which the whole ordering cost for the year or for the given set of time will be minimum, based on the order quantity or number of orders and the inventory costs. All calculating all of those, the minimum cost will be there at the EOQ.
Which cost? Which cost?
It is the total cost, sir. Total cost. Like it includes inventory cost, shortage cost, and ordering cost, and the cost of the material itself.
Okay. So what is the ordering cost?
Sir, basically when we are placing an order for something as in a raw material, there will be some form of charges which go hand in hand to the ordering process. Let them be administrative charges or paperwork charges, etc. We can differentiate those. But there will be some charges which are related to the ordering process itself. So when we have to place an order, that cost has to be incurred by us. So that
Okay.
gives.
You must have heard a term called as lead time in inventory.
Yes, sir.
What is this lead time?
So it is the time required for getting the actual quantity of products that we have ordered from the ordering date. The time between those two events is known as lead time inventory.
And what is safety stock?
Sir, we keep an extra inventory in the case of lead time, when we have ordered and when we are going to get. In that gap, if there is any requirement of our product over there, if we need to sell our product, we need a safety stock. We cannot go full. We cannot order our quantity when our stock is zero. We need to keep a safety stock such that our customers are also satisfied whenever there is a requirement, and this keeps our economy. This keeps our business growing and keeps it stable in the market. In a word.
Okay. And what else you know about industrial engineering? Supply chain you mentioned, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what is supply chain management?
Basically, it includes the control of the products or goods and services from their production, from the part where they are produced, and until they are reached in the customer's hands, consumer's hands. Till that time, the whole process is known as supply chain management. Supply chain, basically, and controlling it or managing it, justifies the supply chain management as.
Okay. Okay, Pawan, I will be giving the feedback at the end.
Yes,
Now
sir.
over to Vishal, sir. Okay.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Vishal, sir, over to you.
Yes, sir. Thank you. So, Pawan, you are going for NITIE.
Yes, sir.
Pawan, what are industries 4.0?
So Industry 4.0 is basically mostly related to automation of the processes that we have been generally doing manually in the past decade or so, past 50 years, I guess. So this involves the use of computers, data science, data
Already
analytics.
we are using computer. There are so many CNC machine.
Yes, sir. Sir,
You
we use
we
computers
go to
just
industry.
the computers that were used in the industry 3.0 and 2.0, they were just basically using the processing power of the computer. Here we go an extra step and we analyze the data based on the previous scenarios or previous cases which have occurred, and we plan accordingly and we automate it accordingly, sir. With this has a better efficiency because as computers are basically efficient in doing and more predictable and more repeat they have more repeatability, so it is
So
giving.
what do you feel, Pawan, how Industrial Revolution 4.0 is going to change the industrial engineering domain? Or how it is going
uh,
to affect the responsibility or role of industrial engineer?
right, sir. So here as an industrial engineer we need to plan ahead of ourselves and we need to understand the newer technologies and newer things that are like data analytics and machine learning, in which we have to automate most of everything what an industrial engineer has to go through in his daily work life, so that there is more of a predictability in the work, such that when an industrial engineer gets a case one, he gives some good efficiency, but in the case two, due to his problems such as his emotional state and his physical disability, if any, it may lead to hindrance of the effectiveness and efficiency of the industrial engineer. But by the use of computers and machine learning, we can make this process automated, so that in every case there is an equivalent efficiency and it is more predictable, sir.
What do you feel? Is it going to decrease the role or responsibility of an industrial engineer?
So certainly not, I believe, because with with this emergence, we need to be more proactive in learning those skills and developing those habits in order which will help us in the future. This will only lead to evolution of us, and this will not completely eliminate us from the process.
Pawan, what key skill strength you carry which makes you suitable for these domain of industrial engineering and supply chain management?
Sir, I believe I have an uh, uh, communications. I have the communication skills, I have the interpersonal skills, and I have this attitude of getting things when it comes to getting things done when it comes to people management. So that I believe will help me through this process of
So
NITIE.
what is supply chain, Pawan?
So like I said, when a product is being required by a consumer, the process of acquiring it from the manufacturer and to realizing the product in the consumer's hands, the whole process is known as supply chain. It is not the process basically, it is the whole thing is a supply chain. So management includes managing the supply chain so such that it is not broken or it is not disrupted in any kind, planning ahead and making sure it is not disrupted.
Acha, how supply chain works in case of e-commerce company, especially
Sir,
Amazon, Flipkart?
yes, sir. Sir, in Amazon, what we can see that in Amazon, Amazon has basically centers in major cities, in good cities like tier two or tier three cities. They have this delivery locations where the whole lot comes in, and from there they are sent to their respective addresses or whatever wherever they have to go. uh, this basically helps Amazon in reducing the cost of the product, because as a whole, when we let's assume that we are buying a product A, and that product A has we have two options. So we have two options where we can buy one from our local market and one from Amazon. Here, Amazon has the upper advantage because the product A, they will be ordering from the manufacturer at a lower cost because of their high quantity. They'll get it at a lower cost, and thereby they will add the transportation and their profits, and they will eventually sell it to a lower cost compared to our local markets, which will give them an upper hand. And these local delivery centers play a vital role in helping Amazon build their monopoly or business.
But there are some products they are not purchasing even from the manufacturer.
Right, sir.
There
They are building themselves. Yeah, like they are outsourcing it, sir, basically, in some cases.
Okay. So tell us some brief about your B.Tech project, Pawan.
Sir, my B.Tech project is named as Design and Fabrication of Programmable Multipurpose Agricultural Robot. Here, we chose this project basically because we are our group included four of us. We were basically from the agricultural background, which made us think about what developments we can do towards the agricultural field, and any contributions we can do. So thereby, we thought about doing this as a this robot basically automatically plants sows seed and sprays pesticides, and it can be controlled via mobile application on our phone, and it is connected via Wi-Fi, which has a 50-meter range on our model, sir.
So what was the purpose of developing that robot?
Sir, in some cases where accessibility is low, like in the cases of grapevines, where the accessibility between those grape plants is lesser for human beings, it will be more easier for the robot to travel there and do the things.
What kind of things?
It can spray whatever the pesticides if required, and we could also attach a camera to it so that it can monitor the health of the crops in the places where humans are not able to go, sir, or they have reasonable constriction to go.
From which region you belong, Pawan?
Sir, I am from Karnataka, sir, Hubli.
Yes.
Karnataka, sir, Hubli, Dharwad.
Karnataka.
Yes.
Okay. So you are from agricultural family, means
Yes, sir. My father and my grandfather have been agriculturals. Although we have a land, we still do agriculture over there. But we have shifted to the locality, urban areas, and we are doing a business over here.
So that robot which you developed, you used it like experimentally, some kind of experimentation you have conducted, or only kind of theoretical model you developed?
Sir, it is in between them, sir, because in 2020, during our project, we had the COVID start, so we could not able to develop the prototype, but we developed the model, and we did our parameter testing and the distance of the spray, the power, and all those, and we just presented it that way, sir.
Okay. So you heard about inversions, Pawan. What do you
Yes, sir.
understand by inversions of a mechanism?
Sir, for a mechanism, let me start with the definition of mechanism. A mechanism is a kinematic chain whose one link has been fixed, sir. And it is called an inversion of the mechanism if the other link is fixed and it gives a little different movement when compared to the original mechanism. So only then it will be called inversion.
So the robot which you have developed, the model which you have developed, that if I will ask you its degree of freedom.
Yes, sir.
Can you tell me the degree of freedom of that robot which you have developed?
Sir, at this moment, I cannot just say it out, because I need to do some analysis and see the model working again. It's been a long time, sir.
So what kind of motion you developed? in that
Sir,
road?
it will be moving on the wheels to the front, and there is a seats over mechanism which had a flywheel with a pocket in it, so that when it is moving, it drops out the seats at a continuous interval. And we had the spray which had a tubing from the tank, and it's used to spray, sir.
So especially for kind of fertilizer spray, it can
Yes,
be.
sir. Yes, sir. It can be used.
Okay. So, can you tell me something about the similarity? What do you understand by dynamic similarity?
Sir, dynamic similarity is when geometric, like the geometric similarity is there, and we also have the forces on the system to be equal, similar, not equal, in the ratios or proportionals.
Which ratio? Ratio of what? When you will
Sir,
say
it
the
is
model and are in dynamic similarity.
model and
Prototype. When you will say both are in dynamic similarity.
sir, it depends on a number of cases which law we are using for calculating that. We have Reynolds and Froude's law. Depending on that, we can find out if they are in dynamic similarity, sir.
Okay. Okay, Pawan, my last question is to you from your
Yes,
favorite subject. Just tell us any one of your favorite subject from mechanical engineering domain.
sir, I would go with heat transfer and fluid mechanics, thermal sciences.
Okay. Let me ask you one last question. Actually,
Yes,
it's a link between heat transfer and fluid mechanics.
right.
I think you heard about Colburn analogy, Reynolds
Yes, sir.
Colburn analogy.
Yes, sir.
So tell us brief about that. What is that analogy? What is the use of that analogy?
So Kolban analogy gives us the relation between the skin friction coefficient factor and the Stanton number and the Reynolds number, sir. Sorry, the Prandtl number. Basically, it gives us the skin friction coefficient when there is convection happening in the fluid layer, sir. That is, if I need to give the equation, it would be CFX by 2 is equal
Just tell me
to.
just what is the use of that analogy?
Sir, we can find the, if we know the Stanton number and the Prandtl number, we can find the skin friction coefficient, sir.
Okay. So up to what range of Prandtl number that analogy is applicable?
Sir, it is applicable till 6 point. It is a little blurred in my vision, sir, but
Can we apply
till
it
6.
to air and water?
Uh, I'm not very sure, sir.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay, Pawan, I think now we can provide you the feedback.
Yes, sir.
So, Pawan, I started with some of the questions from Industrial Revolution 4.0, and yes, you defined what are those industries 4.0. So you mentioned about artificial intelligence, machine learning kind of things. IoT also you can include.
Yes, sir.
वो सारा चीजें हैं. Yes, they can ask like how it is going to affect the industrial engineering, because obviously when you are introducing some kind of system which is able to think itself, then obviously that system is going to optimize automatically.
Yes, sir. And it will lead to
Then yes, some of the
job.
roles, what we can say, job,
Yes,
we cannot say ki job, but yes, the profile will change.
yes, sir. Correct, sir.
Definitely it is going to change slightly.
Yes.
But what you need to get a very good answer actually from that. So it's my
Okay.
suggestion, try to get, like, there are high chances, because these kind of questions are nowadays, people are asking, and as an industrial engineer they can ask you what is that industrial revolution 4.0 and how it is going to affect or change the profile of a industrial engineer,
Right, sir.
because 100% it is going to change. Even if you will not say it is not going to affect, but it is 100% is going to change the profile of industrial engineer. Okay, and then why not after mechanical engineering you are moving in the area of artificial intelligence or machine learning or IoT, because the job role will be much there in that area. Why
Yes.
industrial engineering? So you need to justify that, like what skill actually you carry and why, which makes you suitable for this area. Although you answered, but बहुत effectively नहीं आपने answer किया. I think you mentioned about only communication skill. Communication
Yes.
skill is not a skill to go into that area. So
Right.
आपको sir, I'm having good analytical thinking, sir. I'm having a good managerial skill. तो वो
Right, sir.
वहाँ पे shoot करेंगे, because it is not a kind of customer to customer dealing kind of thing. communication ठीक है, it's good actually, it will help you,
Right, sir.
but it is not
So,
the primary skill which you need to have.
The analytical and managerial skills, sir.
Yes, ठीक है, या आप out of the box thinking बोल सकते हो आप, like
Right,
I'm
sir.
very much innovative, sir. I actually, like when I get any idea, I experiment with all those ideas and experiments.
Right, sir.
तो वो थोड़ा सा वो आपको बोलना पड़ेगा, आउट ऑफ बॉक्स थिंकिंग, एनालिटिकल थिंकिंग, या जो आपका मैनेजरियल स्किल्स है, दोज आर द प्राइमरी स्किल्स व्हिच आर रिक्वायर्ड.
Yes, sir.
तो अभी एक मैंने आपसे ज्यादा क्वेश्चन पूछे नहीं प्रोजेक्ट्स के, बिकॉज आई गोट द आइडिया, बिकॉज आपने उसको बहुत ज्यादा काम किया नहीं है, बट
जी,
यू नो दे कैन आस्क यू मच क्वेश्चन. अभी आपने तो बोल दिया कि सर कोविड था तो बस हम इतना ही कर पाए, मीन्स इनडायरेक्टली यू हाईलाइटेड कि सर वट एवर वी डिड दैट we did, like we have not carried out very good work, so you accepted indirectly actually. तो
Yes,
उसको
sir.
ऐसा नहीं करना है, you know, like if there was that kind of limitation was there, why not you have chosen some kind of project related to some kind of study, analytical study, some kind of, you know, work related to any kind of software. So उसको आप ऐसे justify नहीं कर पाओगे. So try, you need to say कि sir actually in the beginning I was very interested in that project, so I started and we developed the prototype, we develop the system, we analyze that system, some kind of software you can highlight. अभी वो system अपने डिजाइन किया ना, तो आपको उसने कहीं ना कहीं तो उसको टेस्टिंग किया होगा, आपने प्री डिजाइनिंग की होगी, सो फोकस ऑन दैट. अभी ऐसा तो नहीं है कि डायरेक्टली आपने कंपोनेंटली असेंबल कर दिए.
जी सर.
You designed that entire system, so focus करो उस पर. डिजाइन किया सर and we developed some small prototype and that is complete work. उसको एक्सपेरिमेंटल टेस्टिंग करना एंड रियल लाइफ में लेके जाना, दैट इज द नेक्स्ट स्टेप एक्चुअली. वहां तक बहुत कम प्रोजेक्ट पोस्ट पाते हैं, बट आपने अभी हाईलाइट नहीं किया, ओनली यू हाईलाइटेड कि प्रोजेक्ट डेवलप किया सर, उसको ले गए, दीस आर द एप्लीकेशन. तो उसका कैसे एनालिसिस किया, हाउ यू डिजाइन एंड व्हाट आर द बेसिक स्टेप्स यू फॉलोड इन डिजाइनिंग दैट रोबोट. तो उसको आपने किया है नहीं किया, दैट इज टोटली अप टू यू. आई कैन नॉट से कि आपने किया है नहीं किया है, बट यू नीड टू जस्टिफाई एक्चुअली.
किया है करके
एक स्टेप बना लो, सीक्वेंस बना लो, हाँ, ताकि उनको कन्विंस करे, और आप कन्विंस होने चाहिए उससे. इफ यू आर नॉट कन्विंस्ड यू विल नॉट बी एबल टू कन्विंस अदर.
यस सर.
तो आपको ये बात नहीं बोलनी है एक तो कोरोना वाली कभी भी, है ना, ये नेगेटिव हो जाएगी. अभी कोरोना जा चुका, 2 साल हो गए, अभी नहीं बोलना है कोरोना का, ठीक है. तो whatever you did, you developed under that limitation, under that resources which you have. What is industrial engineering? Industrial engineering is all about, you know, utilizing the resources whatever you are having. अभी आप ये तो नहीं बोल सकते सर ये नहीं था मेरे पास, ये नहीं था, ये दे दो तो मैं बट बहुत एफिशिएंट करता. So whatever you know, under whatever circumstances you did that very effectively, you know, to highlight. ठीक है. तो
सर एक वन क्वेश्चन, वो अगर वैल्यू एडिशन ऑफ द प्रोजेक्ट पूछेंगे तो आई कैन से दैट ड्यू टू द कोविड सिनेरियो वी वर फेसिंग डिफिकल्टीज इन गेटिंग द required equipments and the tools to do the project, and which helped us get an idea of the.
Yes, वो आप बोल सकते हो कि टेस्टेड द एंटायर सिस्टम. आप सॉफ्टवेयर बोलोगे उसका कहाँ पे एनालिसिस किया, कहाँ पे डिजाइन किया, and some equipments or some parts we actually initially procured, but later stage due to the corona sir we faced a huge challenge बोलोगे आप उसको, है ना.
Challenge, yes sir.
In you know putting all those, you know, parts at a, like we faced actually difficulty in assembling all those components or purchasing those components from the market. तो वो हो गया, बट ये नहीं कहोगे कि प्रॉब्लम आई और हमने नहीं किया. यू नो टू सरेंडर एक्चुअली एट दैट पॉइंट.
जी सर.
तो बाकी है, बाकी उस पे फोकस करो, आई थिंक देन इट विल बी गुड. बाकी आपका डिलीवरी स्टाइल इज लुकिंग गुड पवन, यू आर लुकिंग सिंसियर, यू आर लुकिंग मैच्योर, तो वो ठीक है, वो एडवांटेज है. तो आई आस्क्ड यू अबाउट डायनामिक सिमिलरिटी, दैट यू आल्सो यू आंसर्ड. तो फोर्स रेशियो क्या रहेगा, same रहेगा. The ratio at any 2 points on the prototype and model, the ratio of the forces will be same. That model and prototype they are known as dynamic similarity. Colburn analogy भी आपने ठीक बताया, that is in the range of 0.6 to 60, and for water के लिए the Prandtl number is in the range of 6 to 8, and for air the Prandtl number is close to 0.7, 0.8. 0.7
both are usable.
Both lies in, हाँ, very effectively you can use. Okay, for water also, for air also. ठीक है पवन, good luck and keep preparing.
Thank you sir, thank you so much.
Okay Pawan, so
hello sir.
See, I think the part which I discussed with you was okay. I think not changes are required.
Yes sir.
Right. So I think you have a fairly good idea Okay, so why you want to join NITIE? So you're having interpersonal skills and skills, techno-managerial role. No, okay. So here you can make little bit make a change over here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That why you want to go for NITIE.
Yes, sir.
Even though you are saying techno-managerial roles, see interpersonal skills are okay, but rather you are going over there even to learn those skills also, right?
Yes, sir. Correct.
So since you have these skills, that is why you are not going into NITIE, right?
Correct, sir. Yes, sir.
Rather, you may be going into NITIE to learn these skills, many of these skills,
Right, sir.
So, and you want to acquire techno-managerial kind of that exposure.
Yes, sir.
So, okay, that may be a little bit justified if you understand what is the meaning of techno-managerial. But
Yes, sir.
more importantly, as I asked you, what is the meaning of industrial engineering?
Right, sir.
Try to relate it to that domain. You will say that, okay, since I am from technical background, most of my exposure is in the technical domain. And I want to contribute in the wider area of different systems and processes. So I think industrial engineering is the domain which is getting aligned with this, and I can make significant contribution in any particular system.
Yes, sir.
By
Sir,
way of that industrial engineering.
Sir, when you asked why I want to join NITIE, the point should be just about me, or I can say some good things about the college which makes me attracted to that
Oh, that
course.
is okay. You can say, but point is before you need to align why you want to, what advantage you will get if you will follow this course, right? What advantage
Yes,
you will get if you will get into this course?
right,
So how will you tell that? You will tell only, you will be able to tell this only when you will relate it. And the
right.
relation could
Yes.
be like you right now, your exposure is mainly in technical. That part you are not, because in industry you have to deal with so many things. So that exposure
Yes.
is not over. So that is how I think you relate it, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And okay, rest I think related to industrial engineering, then work study, motion study, etc. I think you should have the little bit idea, should have idea rather, what is motion
Yes, sir.
study, work study, and all that, how you do that thing. And inventory, I think you are having the idea. So supply chain
Yes, sir.
management, you explain only one part. I think safety stock you could not explain well. So
Yes, sir.
safety stock is a stock that you will always maintain, whereas you
Yes, sir.
bare
In
minimum
case of an emergency.
going to maintain, whereas you are telling it in terms of the quantity which will be consumed during the lead time. There is lead time demand. So
Yes.
let's say
Yes, sir. Sorry, sir.
I need to maintain 50, whatever may be the situation. Always
Yes,
in
sir.
my store, I'm going to have those 50 parts. That was the safety stock. Rest is fine. I think makes just small change why you want to NITIE. Just create a link and relate
Yes,
it to that. How it is going to have a advantage to you. That is how it is. And of course, you can tell that NITIE is the one of the best in this case, like for industrial engineering related domain. You can ask only, he may also ask you related to the sustainability management also. What is it? What do you understand by that? That part also you prepare. Presentation is okay. I think I don't find any particular kind of issue. So just make small changes, rest is fine.
Yes, sir. Sir, the part where I mentioned my hobbies as geopolitics, that I had mentioned so that the interviewer has asked me some questions through the
Same thing, but
topic.
like you mentioned geopolitics, so I just jumped into that.
Yes, sir.
It may happen in the
So,
interview.
sir, is it fine if it is still there in the in my introduction?
So I think it's okay. Just, but you must be updated with the latest.
Yes, sir. That yes.
Then,
I like it is not any lies. I usually genuinely follow geopolitics. So
then it's no issue. Then no issue. I think that will be better.
yes,
Right?
sir.
Okay. Okay, Praveen. So okay, now you can exit.